Hello, and welcome to my Contemporary Music Maker multimedia presentation. Objective. My objective is to create a musical in collaboration with a drama student. I want this musical to communicate the emotional complexities that real people in our community face. Vision. As a composer and playwright, I wish to make pieces of work that inspire change in people. I always had a connection with musical theatre, and I want to use this passion and spread helpful educational value and make a difference in my community. Mine and my collaborators' goals are to create a musical that tells the wholesome truth about family through the interplay of characters, relationship, and conflict. I wish to mix music and drama to express educational value about family and the LGBTQ+ community. Collaborators. Despite my passion in writing, I need to focus on my role as a music composer in this musical. However, I was still able to integrate my writing passion into the compositions I made. Lyrics play an important role in the storytelling in my compositions. My roles specifically were composer, lyricist, and project leader. My collaborator's role was to develop an original script that goes with our shared vision. Later on in the process, however, I collaborated more with my actors for them to learn and remember the songs, as well as the stage directions they need to follow. Timeline. It was established a certain way in the beginning, but of course changes had to be made along the way to accommodate this complex and ambitious project. The first step involves having weekly meetings with my collaborators starting from 16 June 2024. Next, I started with my composition process, which I spent an average of 2 hours per week from June 24th, 2024 to January 5th, 2025. Third step is that on 8th September 2024, we had our first production crew meeting in which we had a meeting every Friday. On October 5th, 2024, we had a school-wide audition to look for suitable actors. And the fifth step, from Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024 to 11th December 2024, we had our first round of rehearsals. And on the sixth step, on my school's 3-week-long winter break, I had to make final adjustments to songs. And on January 8th to February 10th, 2025, we started with the second round of rehearsal. On February 12th, 2025, our production was finally open to the public. Now I will talk about my creative process on my compositions. The first step was creating the original script. It took time, but the first draft of the script was produced, in which the musical was named Sincerely Claire. It has 9 scenes that tell the journey of 4 characters: a strict politician father, a soft-spoken mother, a child suffering from bad grades because she is questioning her sexual identity, and her name is Claire and she is who the show is about, and finally a love interest that conflicts with all of the 3 family members' affairs. I then revised the script and decided it was most appropriate to include a song when the story reaches a climax or at points in the story where they need to express their emotions for the audiences to understand their intentions. Now the composition process began. I decided initially to compose 10 songs for each scene of the musical, like shown on the screen. This proved very ambitious and tedious to finish, as I am also in my final year of the diploma program. I will elaborate further later on why the 5 songs were settled on instead of 10. However, what was present and also very important in the first set of compositions I made, as well as the second set, was characterization. Characterization is a key part of my composition, as they act as a stimulus which the composition will build off. Now I will talk about the characterization of each character. The daughter, Claire, features A minor chords with a lot of dissonant notes aiming to express the emotional wars, questioning queer teen battles. Father. To express his old-fashioned beliefs, I've included timbres reminiscent of the 80s, and I decided to make his vocal line melody short phrases that are clear and concise. Mother. Her character features piano timbre to express the soft tones associated with her soft-spoken nature. Love interest. When she was in love with the main character Claire, the most innocent and childish instrument was used to portray the love young lovers possess. Now, I will talk about how I compose each song, including musical intentions behind them. Due to the 5 songs I have created and little time to present all of them, I will focus on the process of the 4 most important songs of the show. First song is Unsure. It features chords played by piano in the C minor scale to express the emotional dilemma she faces. As Claire reaches the realization that she must choose between her parents or herself, the chords are played in arpeggios to illustrate how she wants good sides of every option but must choose one or the other. Second song is Someone True. It is played on the ukulele with chords repeating such as C, A minor, F, and G. The ukulele timbre intends to illustrate the innocence of young love. The popular chord progression present in pop songs reinforces that innocence. Third song is A Mother Knows Her Child Best. It is a pivotal song in the musical where Claire's mother pours out her emotions to the audience before clashing with her husband in a heated argument. The track is built around a Steinway grand piano, evoking the mood of a pop ballad song. Two opposing chords create deliberate tension, musically mirroring the couple's conflict, until the moment she realizes her family's importance, when the dissonance finally resolves. The last song is My Reason Why. It reveals Claire's father's conflicted love, his sternness masking deep care for Claire. It is built on 80s inspired synths and D major piano chords. The melody blends nostalgia with intentional dissonance, mirroring his struggle between control and devotion for his daughter. During the composition process, my collaborator and I established a musical theatre club at our school. My collaborator and I established this club to help us with the production side of things. We had meetings every Friday to update on the process of the musical. In the final weeks leading up to the production, my collaborator and I advised our lighting and sound person or tech crew on the steps on what exactly to do on stage in a cue line document, as shown on the screen. Challenges and adaptations. After 5 months of work, our principal expressed concern about the project's impact on our academics, especially mine as a senior. Through reflection, I recognized the truth in her words. The workload was affecting my grades. My collaborator and I then made the decision to shorten the musical for the sake of balance. While this limited our full artistic expression, it was a necessary step towards maintaining our academic responsibility. Moving on to our final step, which is rehearsals. Our rehearsals are divided into 2 rounds. The first round is having actors understand and remembering the script. In this process, we had meetings every Friday to get to know the script, remember parts of it, and act it out. What was most challenging about this process is that we do not have the props yet. Therefore, the actors cannot interact with anything and had to use their imagination. It was also hard motivating the characters to get excited on musical theatre, as there are not many musical theatre enriching programs at our school. The second round of rehearsal comes when actors have to do staging and remembering the stage directions. And at this point, we are at the final stretch of this project. I had a meeting with my principal to ask for access to the auditorium for rehearsals, which got approved, and then we are set to start staging. We practice our cues, stage directions, and crucial actions our actors have to remember to make the acting seem more real. And after a year of consistent hard work, here's our final product.
Shame is a taint on my reputation. My life was centered on the validation received from my mom, dad, and peers. So now I've given mother and father the cheer to think about, to brag about, nothing to worry about. I was happy to give father the cloud. I've never felt so unsure, confused. Who am I really? Can real life and feelings be this silly? I don't feel like clear, I feel like an error in this unfair reality. Why do I try to be something I'll never be? For the first time things feel so out of grasp. I gotta figure things out and do it fast, or else relationship will never last. But who am I really? What about how I feel? Am I supposed to throw away who I am? She is mesmerizing, her eyes tantalizing, my someone that forces you to be you. Is this what it feels like to feel helpless, not knowing what to do? But I feel so free, embracing this feeling like a part stuck. But now it's really for the first time I'm going with the flow. I will never let it go. Tell me everything I've done to make you feel this way. Tell me anything I could do to make you feel okay again. But it's now we're at a roadblock, though it's not a shot. I feel we left some things unsaid. All the things I could have done if I just listened to my voice. All the things I've lost, times where I faced a difficult choice. There's always that whisper that told me I'm so much more than what I seem to be. Bruce, we need to talk, share and leave me alone. No, it's time we go slow. We're unhappier than we know. How long are we going to keep this up until I have my luck? No, that's not feasible. You're being unreasonable. You know the last few years have been rough. Just a little more pushing, we will be enough. Still be family after I win. Have you seen how miserable Claire has been? That is temporary. Is it necessary? When will you realize Claire is our legacy? She will tell our story. Look at us caring about the votes, our status. She will crack under all that pressure. Her worth is nothing that we can measure. She is our treasure, not our successor. We're her parents, not her successor. Clear the night that you were born. The moon rose up to the sky. When I saw your face, I could have sworn I would die for you. I would fly so high. Clear the day that you were born. A rocket launched on national news. I promised the sky would not be the limit, that I would reach for you. I would do whatever it takes to give all you need, Claire. I would do whatever it takes for you not to suffer like I did, Claire. The world is mean to people who are different. But for you, Claire, I swear I'll make a difference. Now I know nothing can stop